Of course, it doesn't feel like that to the well-meaning people inside, the people of talent who are working more hours than they should, playing the game as they understand it, by the rules as they understand it, which is, as they see it, making all the money that they possibly can while keeping the law, and indeed also more than the law, obeying the conventions of society, and giving that money as much as they sensibly can back to the people who invested them and trusted them with their money, or now the people who've bought their shares from them at 16 times removes, but nevertheless giving them all back as much as they can, and working more hours, as I say, that they feel they should. Great ideas with unintended consequences. The first great idea was the joint stock company, which allowed, well, it started in the early years of the 1500s, soon after Christopher Columbus discovered this great country, which had been minding its own business for 2,000 years. But suddenly there it was, and the British decided that they could exploit it, plus the lands to the east. But in order to do that, they needed to collect capital more than one person could have, so friends and associates were invited to join, and we had the first joint stock companies in the early 1500s, the Muscovy Company to trade with Russia, the East India Company, the Hudson Bay Company. But these companies were given a charter for a limited period for a specific purpose. The East India Company had to come back every 20 years to get its charter renewed by Parliament. So there was some control by government over the activities of these concerns. Fast forward to the early years of the 19th century in 1800, and this other bright idea of limited liability was conceived by the Union state, and eventually in 1854 it became a legal possibility in Britain and then in America. And the combination, of course, of joint stock companies and legal liability unleashed a fantastic flow of innovation, enterprise, money, wealth-creating boom. And then came, of course, most recently, the third great innovative idea, the executive stock option, the great contribution that your country has given to the world. Because this seemed to say that now that executives would be identical in their interests with the shareholders and the investment, therefore what is good for me must be good for the corporation, must be good for the investors, must be good for society. This was the fuse that is working towards the bomb that I can see might actually blow up capitalism, because they desperately need to be changed. Those great ideas have had unintended consequences. Adam Smith would be appalled. In other words, the leadership for social change comes from outside government, from opinion formers, from leading examples, from the people in this room. So guess that is why we are here. We need all these pressures. We also, I think, need an articulate leader, no doubt, another William Wilberforce, as has been mentioned, to bring these things together so that the people outside wandering through those anonymous glass towers can hear, because otherwise they may not notice what we're saying. I think to remind you that there should be a moral purpose in life for individuals and for companies, for without that moral purpose, we are condemned to be chained to a meaningless treadmill for the rest of our days. And that is something that we don't deserve. So good luck to us all, and thank you very much.